Hello, everyone, and welcome to NAILBA's ID Network. I'm Katie Fehlinger, and joined, of course, by a very familiar face, NAILBA CEO Dan LaBert. Hey, Dan.
Hi, Katie. How have you been?
I'm doing as well as we all can hope, right?
Adjusting to our new normal.
Exactly. That's like the buzz phrase right now. A little stir crazy, but yeah, we've got a lot of important updates that have been going on in NAILBA and want to share that with the membership today. So let's just start with current status. Can you walk everyone through, first of all, what's new at NAILBA, and then how the association has responded to this current landscape?
Well, since you've come on board, and that was the NAILBA 38 last year, and we invested a lot of time and effort into attending several IMO meetings and recording lots and lots of videos with carrier executives and BGA principals. That was well-timed, right? Obviously, we didn't know, we could not predict COVID was coming, but we had video content throughout March, April, May, into June, where we were getting a lot of great feedback from our carrier partners, a lot of great feedback from our members, new members joining because they're getting those updates. And then it rolled into another big hit for us when in April, our magazine Perspectives was named top e-association magazine in the entire industry. So I don't mean the insurance industry, I mean all associations. Perspectives was named #1, and we've been recognized that with this year. That helped us build out our digital footprint. So all these great videos, all these people interacting, interesting content, and then all of a sudden the magazine award, where it led to a then virtual symposium this past July. So I just gave you there roughly a 4 to 5 month time frame of everything that happened since we rolled out the NAILBA ID Video Network, the accolades that came with it, and the new engagement. It's really just significant that over 1,400 BGAs and 330,000 independent advisors are now reading, engaging, liking, sharing all of our material.
Yeah. And the hallmark, I think, that everybody sort of just immediately thinks of when it comes to NAILBA is the annual meeting. Everyone in the industry knows of it. It really is the Super Bowl of independent distribution, right? But given COVID-19, what's going on? Can you give us an update?
NAILBA's been monitoring this situation since day one.
Sure.
We are very sensitive to all of the issues that surround this. Most importantly, we're sensitive to the safety of our members. We had been in contact with the hotel venue, but sadly they are not yet open as of this summer, which puts things in flux for a lot of different reasons. Then came Broward County closing its beaches, so that's the beaches that we're on at the hotel, so that takes things out of play. And then probably, in addition to the lack of amenities that the hotel can no longer offer, they could not meet an event of our size. Then came the two-way quarantines. If you're coming from one state into Florida, you have to quarantine. And if you're going back to a specific state, you had to quarantine. So that could take people out of work for a month. So unfortunately for 2020, NAILBA 39 in-person event has been canceled.
So what's the new plan?
The new plan is, let me first say, mask is not required. NAILBA 39, it will pivot to virtual. We are rebranding it as NAILBA 39 Engage. Now, this is a time to engage. This is a time for when the industry can still gather and be at the Super Bowl of all meetings. It's a time for our BGA partners and our carrier partners and all of our vendors to gather on an interactive, engaging platform that we are very comfortable. And candidly, after sitting through 40 plus demos, I think we finally found the right platform. Now, we're going to be a little different this year, though. We're going to be a little different than past NAILBA. So we're not talking about a 3-day intensive. No one has that kind of time to give up in our industry. We're going to spread this out for 3 months. So if you're getting ready to engage, you're going to take off, you're going to fly through 90 days of a NAILBA annual meeting, which will allow you to connect when you need to. So think Netflix, think Zoom, which we're on right now, think the NAILBA ID Video Network. But we're not going to stop there. There's going to be on-demand material, there's going to be live material, but we're breaking the days up into what best represents NAILBA member agencies. They don't just sell life insurance. They sell long-term care. They sell disability insurance. They sell annuities. They sell senior market products. there's all different products that we're going to designate days to. We're also going to designate a day to technology. We want our members to come out of this fully engaged for 2021, embracing new products, knowing what's out there. And as we go, we may add another day or two. We may add a life settlement day. We may add a group benefits day. But from carrier panel discussions to one-on-one interviews to addressing AG 49, which is a big deal in the industry, coming live November 25th. So we're going to address that November 24th. Will be your last chance to figure it all out. Keynote speakers, traditional workshops. NAILBA Engage will be an online experience like none other.
So there's clearly many opportunities for professional development here. We have that completely covered for everybody. But how are you going to help capture that hallway magic at the NAILBA Expo Hall? You know, that's something that really, I think, it becomes a signature part of the meeting for a lot of people. So how do you make that work virtually?
Well, the growth that NAILBA's had over the past 2 years, we're not going to lose that momentum. And did I mention 40 plus demos I sat through? So we had to pick the right platform that embraces what the NAILBA annual meeting is. And again, we've always talked about where we're going, not where we've been. So we have finalized with a platform that has an interactive exhibit hall. It'll have a VIP exhibit hall. Now, what does that mean? The exhibit hall, the booth, I mean, you could have videos at your booth. You could have downloadable reports. You could have sign up for an appointment. You could have takeaways. You could have whatever you want to engage the person, you're going to have that option. Now, let's just think about it this way. Over the course of many NAILBA meetings, you're looking at maybe 1,000 plus attendees. Let's say half of them come into the exhibit hall. So maybe you have 500 people each day, assuming you're out in front of your booth, engaging them, et cetera. We have 330,000 independent advisors, 1,400 BGAs, thousands of carrier partners, and a footprint like none other. We're going to be promoting this for 90 days with different live days. There will be plenty of engagement in the virtual exhibit hall.
So can you expand a little bit more, though, on driving traffic to all participants? Explain how that really is going to work, a little bit of a deeper dive.
Yeah, and we've received this question from a few of our carrier supporters. We've reached out to all of our carrier supporters and other sponsors in advance, letting them know what we're doing. They're all in, which is fantastic. It shows their support of independent distribution. But more importantly, they've asked, Dan, what's your marketing plan? What's your promotion plan? How are you going to ensure engagement? So we do have a dedicated marketing plan that will feature all of our sponsors, will feature the average attendee to go in and engage throughout the virtual exhibit hall. I mean, hell, maybe they don't want to see us speak. Maybe they want to just click around and find out what the latest products are. They're going to have that opportunity. We're also going to incentivize them just like we do in person. Gamification, right? Another buzzword that's out there. But what it means is as you enter into our platform and you click around, you watch this video, you watch this live, you answer a question, you go through and visit a couple of exhibit halls, you get to accrue points. And I guarantee you we'll have some cool prizes. I'm pushing for a Peloton because it's been wonderful with me. But we'll see if we'll determine what they are, but let's hope for a Peloton. But here's the biggest news about that. There's zero registration fee. Everybody from the entire industry is welcome to join NAILBA's annual meeting this year, is welcome to engage with NAILBA. We've talked about independent distribution. And you know what? There's an exclusivity to NAILBA, and that's always going to remain. But this is an opportunity to reach out to the 330,000 independent advisors that follow NAILBA and work with our BGAs. All of the BGAs, members and non-members, a good opportunity for them to come back, see how things have changed. All of the carrier supporters, unlimited registration for our sponsors. We want this to elevate the entire industry. And you know what? We got rid of all barriers, all obstacles. So come one, come all, but we want you to engage. So I can't do much better than that when it comes to driving traffic and saying the entire industry, welcome to our homes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I feel like you buried the lead on that one. That is a huge, huge bonus and
I
just
did that
something
on purpose.
Different. Exactly. Yeah. Save the best for last, right? But what a great way to expand the reach, given the circumstances. If you can't do it in person, this is such a great way to also bring new people in, or the previous members, like you mentioned. So let's talk a little bit more though about just how things are going to be a bit different this year. So the NAILBA annual meeting is so known. As I've entered into the association and gotten to know much more about this industry and gotten to know more of the people, the number one thing that people talk about with the meeting is the networking, the
Right.
relationship building, and yeah, some social events as well. So that becomes tricky and different as you move and transition into a virtual world. How are you going to replicate the social aspect of all of this?
While the virtual platform will be open to the entire industry, there will be dedicated rooms within this virtual platform for NAILBA members only and NAILBA annual meeting sponsors. And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but we have some pretty cool stuff planned. And don't think of it like these, in my opinion, cheesy virtual happy hours. We're not doing any of that. That's not NAILBA. We go big or we go home. So the best way I could say is there will be VIP events for current members, and there will be VIP events for current sponsors. And I think in some really cool exposure and engagement in NAILBA's classic way with the types of personalities that will be on display and candidly you're used to seeing. So you're just going to have to engage, as we keep saying, and see what rooms you get into and what rooms you don't.
Okay, a little intrigue there. Some other events that are not just new, but also tried and true, have been around forever.
Right.
Things like the Douglas Moores Award event, and new last year, the ID20 Awards. So how is NAILBA going to be replicating these renowned industry award events virtually?
Well, we're not. There's no way you could replicate the Douglas Moores Award. It is the industry known award, and it just can't be replicated in a virtual format. And I think the way that to keep that tradition going, we're going to have to do a portion and a portion. And the first portion is virtual. We're still going to have a Moores Award winner. We're still going to announce the award winner. We're going to ask the award winner to make a few comments. But when it comes to the Moores Award, next year, 2021, assuming we're meeting in person, we will have the 2020 award winner on the stage to be honored. And then we will have the 2021 award winner on the stage to be honored, and we can toast them and give them the honor and respect they deserve. So there'll be a snippet of it this year, but we're saving some things for better in person. The ID20 awards, that's still going to move forward. We're going to have the process open up after Labor Day. We're going to nominate. There were over 90 some nominations that came in last year for 20 awards. We're hoping to double that this year, but that will still be announced. Hopefully we could put a little video together of everyone who's been received. Like again, we have these later days, and it's spread out. So we'll announce it on one day. Maybe we'll talk with the award winners and see if they want to do a couple of awards and some remarks, and have that live as part of the next month set of NAILBA Engage days. But ultimately, the Moores Award will maintain the respect it's earned and will deserve moving forward.
Yeah, and of course we are going to do it right by the person that so deservedly wins that this
Absolutely.
year. And certainly NAILBA, it's what we do. We go above and beyond. It's how we're going to approach this. So what we've talked about so far, I know that's not it. Are there any other details about NAILBA 39 Engage that you want to discuss?
Well, I started off this interview by bringing up perspectives. Again, top association publication in the entire association world. We are doing a companion edition for NAILBA 39 Engage that will feature our vendors, their services, the providers. We'll have some great thought leadership content. We'll again release the ID trends, which is what's new for the industry, which is plenty given the underwriting changes, given the touchless sales now. But more importantly, this is also an opportunity for those who've never attended NAILBA, or as I've heard, that's above my pay grade kind of thing, to engage, see what it's about. Hey, if you don't want to join NAILBA, that's fine. You're still going to be given access, because this is about securing the future of so many families and making sure our BGAs, the advisors they work with, the carriers are all up to date on the latest products, regulations, AG 49, you name it. So everybody's welcome. That's a big opportunity for to get in. And finally, while we're opening this to everyone, we still want you to register. We still want to know who you are. We want you to make sure that your engagement with us is special. So registration will open in September. You have the print publication, you have the e-publication, you have some VIP social, you have keynote speakers that we didn't even talk about yet. There are going to be announcements for each live day. We're going to make sure every carrier who supports NAILBA is featured the way that we've come to, and more. This is a big year for NAILBA, and I'm excited.
Yeah, it may be different, but it's still going to have huge impact. And I know what you're planning is going to really, I think, be received very, very well. And certainly there's been so much new and impactful change at NAILBA, not just with going virtual for the annual meeting. I know that you have more up your sleeve. So tell us a little bit about that.
Last year, when we announced the 2020 chairman, Chad Milner, he mentioned briefly the time, talent, and treasure NAILBA is going to invest in the case manager certification. In September, we are rolling out a brand new, one-of-its-kind, game-changing training for all case managers. In my opinion, the most important position for any broker general agency, the most important position at any carrier, that our industry is changing. The case manager's work should not be overlooked. It's very important. We're going to elevate the profession. We're elevating that specific position by coming out with an on-demand case manager certification, quizzes, testing, you name it, that will prepare a brand new case manager or even challenge the most seasoned case manager with this certification. There's a new culture in our industry, and it is going to be around the advanced case manager. And we have a team of almost 16 people that has been on it for the last 8 months, a field team, case managers from different agencies, case managers from the carrier level, principals involved, chief underwriters involved. This is game-changing training, and this is NAILBA.
I love that last line. You always manage to end with like a really good soundbite. That's what I love so much about you. Okay, so fantastic stuff. Thank you so much, Dan, for that update. You know, nothing is business as usual, but NAILBA has definitely managed to innovate, I would say, given the circumstances, and create this experience that I think is not only going to be highly unique, but also engaging, of course. Mm-hmm. So everyone, watch for more details about NAILBA 39 Engage to be rolled out in the weeks ahead. And thank you all so much for watching.